I see when I go and start life every single day, I never forget anything because anything that I may forget is never my word I. I mean, sense, so I never forget my word I make sure you understand every single day that if you want to have the best memory in the world, you just have to, I realize you just have to make one word simple and you have to remember one word and it's the word I. Approach now every single day, understand that I always remember the word I. I mean, nothing else do I have to remember in this lifetime and nothing else do I have to do in this lifetime except I. I mean, I'm the only one in my life. I'm making sure every single day I focus upon having a nice, beautiful schedule where my life coaching and my music production and comedy and singing and acting and everything I do around muscle fitness and traveling and family work and all of this communicating with other people is revolving around life coaching. I mean, understand because I understand that, for example, you may be a life coach and a music producer, but guess what? I promise you that if you can create 1 hour videos of life coaching every single day, I promise you now that's much more important in the long run because at 100 years of age, you can get up on the camera really quickly and talk. I promise you it's so simple, isn't it? I promise you, although, that with music production at 100 years of age, I mean, you must understand either way that you have to sit for long hours on the computer and touch all these small buttons and everything, and then be able to export the files, and then be able to create all the automation clips and create the melodies and then create the beats. And you have to understand either way, you have to use technology with that. Right now, every single day, you still have to use technology with live coaching. But what's amazing is to speak it out on video camera, where you just press one button and just speak for 1 hour. It's very simple, isn't it? But it's very different when you're making a music track. I mean, in a sense, so in the long run, I promise you that life coaching is much more better for everybody to do in the long run than anything else. So life coach is you. I mean, everybody's a life coach because you're living life right now. I understand every single day that most of the people in the planet need to understand how to really talk. And now talking is just one word. I mean, you just have to understand one word, and that's the word I. Approach now, when you understand how to really understand the word I only ever know the word I. Approach now, because of that, I understand every single day I'm looking for ideas all the time to give you, but what's important every single day is speaking with yourself in a way that you're going to really rebound in a better way. So I understand that sometimes you have to delay other people so that you can go and travel somewhere. I mean, in a sense, I mean, sometimes you have to delay an appointment with somebody else so that you can go travel somewhere. I mean, in a sense, because it's much more important for you to go see something new for yourself and also to stay away from the storms out there. I mean, if there's a storm, for example, and it's raining, I mean, why do you want to go for a bike? I mean, why do you want to go for a bike ride when it's fully storming and trees are falling off and it's full of rain everywhere? I mean, why do you want to go traveling to see the sights when it's fully raining? I mean, here in Coffs Harbour for the next 7 days, I mean, for the next 7 days, it's raining. I mean, what's the point of going anywhere other than here? I make a nice, beautiful schedule over here where I stay indoors for 23 hours and 1 hour of the day, I just go to the shop to get something to eat. I mean, that's it. I mean, what? I mean, every single day I have clothing. Every single day I have everything I ever need. I have an air conditioner. I have people around me. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, I mean, with or without people, I never need them. I just need I mean, in a sense, so every single day, that what's important is growth. So when you're growing, you're going to find the best equipment possible, and you're going to understand that no matter what, that you're going to focus upon something that you love to do. But what you love to do is you. First, you have to understand how to do yourself. I mean, every single day, if you understand how to do yourself, you understand the word I. Approach now, every single day I'm focusing on understanding that many people have to learn how to communicate more. But it's only that in this video I'm using one word only, and it's only the word I. Approach now, I'm only coming back to the word I in this video. I'm never coming back to other words. I mean, my word I in this video is going to be the most I've ever said in this video. I mean, understand? So if you have 1,000 words, you say 999 times you say the word I. And other words are just one word. I understand? I mean, what's important is understanding that if you're doing music production around the world today, you must understand that what's amazing about music production is you have to be a life coach in the process, because music production alone is a long journey. Version, it's a long journey. And why is it a long journey? Because you want to eventually make 10 hours of music. I mean, 10 hours of music, do you understand? Do you understand how much 10 hours of music is? I mean, I can create 10 hours of life coaching videos in one day. I mean, in one day, I can just talk for 10 hours and I can make the same equivalent of music production. I mean, so what is amazing about music production is 3-minute tracks, which is all different to make 10-hour music. I mean, understand that? I mean, and now when you have all the instrumentals, I mean, you make 10 hours of new instrumentals. So every 3 minutes, you're making a new track that nobody else has ever heard before, and something that you've never done before. I mean, understand? But then guess what? You make 10 hours of instrumentals that's all different, between 3 minutes each, and then put your own vocals in them as well. I mean, start to sing as well. I mean, how big is that? I mean, how big of a project is that? I mean, 10 hours of your music that's instrumentals, that's all different, and also vocals, that's all different. Do you understand me? And then what do you do from that point? I mean, put 10 hours online on Spotify. By the time you even upload 10 hours of music on Spotify, I mean, you have to understand that 1 year of your life is gone already. Understand? I mean, that's how long it takes. I mean, for every single that you post online, I realize it takes up to 2 weeks for it to get to Spotify. I mean, it's a long process, isn't it? Right now, what's amazing is I have Mega Drive. I have Mega Drive. I post everything to Mega Drive. I never care about Spotify. I never care about SoundCloud. I never care about these stupid scenarios of life. Understand? I mean, why do I say that? I understand I never need them. I never need them. I understand, although, guess what? I mean, it's a promotional. I understand it's a promotional, but what's stupid about it is that you have to be uploading 1 year of your life into those subjects. I mean, you have to upload your content online for 1 year of your life. I mean, is that what you're going to do? I mean, you have to be uploading for 1 year into those projects. I mean, you understand? And they keep you waiting as well. I mean, they keep you waiting. I mean, I understand it's a service. I respect them. I respect them totally. But it's very stupid to be uploading content like this. I mean, you're sitting on the phone uploading and uploading and uploading and uploading. I mean, 1 year of your life is gone. I mean, understand? I mean, it's very simple to upload and to distribute. I understand that. But what's amazing is understand either way that every single day you're focusing on understanding to never waste your life. I mean, make sure every single day you're lifting your words, make sure you're lifting the individual you are daily. I understand, although every single day, focus on understanding that there's better time management skills in understanding that if you shall make music and go upon the world with yourself in whatever platform you want to do, I promise you it's much more often that you're going to succeed with yourself the most. And Mega Drive, I love it. I promise you now, Mega Drive is something that you just upload straight away online, and it's already online. I mean, everybody can see it. I promise you now. What's important is go and make music, but never try to do anything else other than you. Now, if you understand this, that once you upload your music online or your life coaching videos online, so for example, my life coaching video here, I mean, this video is going to be here for the next million years. I mean, how many people are going to watch me? I mean, in a sense, so your fame is what you make of it. I mean, your fame is how much content you give. So if you give much more than everybody else, I mean, you're going to deserve much more than everybody else. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, focus on understanding that if you shall go and prosper and succeed much more than everybody else, you have to understand to do more than everybody else. Now, what makes a vocal track a vocal track? I mean, what makes a vocal track in a music production? Now, every single day, understand that anybody who understands life has to teach all areas of life. I mean, I'm a life coach who has to teach music production too. I have to teach everything. I mean, music production is life. I mean, in a sense, what I do in my videos is I teach everything in one. I mean, in a sense, I understand that what's important every single day is focus on understanding that if you want the whole package of life, I mean, you're going to find it in my video. I mean, in a sense, I elaborate on everything I can every single day. So to make a vocal track, I mean, what you mean is make a 3-minute instrumental of it, and then go and post 3 minutes of the vocal track and extend it to 6 minutes. I mean, the first 3 minutes is going to be instrumentals, and then your vocals are going to come in the second 3 minutes. I mean, and then your track is going to finish at 6 minutes. But what is the change over here? I mean, we're going to understand the instrumental first, and then the vocals are going to come in. I mean, in a sense, so what happens is we have 6 minutes of music right away, and then you add another segment to it. I mean, and why do I do this? Because what's important is we're going to add another melody. I mean, now we're going to paste, we're going to copy and paste 6 minutes of music into the next music. I mean, we're going to remove the vocal, and then we're going to add another melody on top of that. Actually, now we have 12 minutes of instrumental music. I mean, in a sense, but it's all different because we have another counterpart to it. I mean, in a sense, so what we do is realize now that since we have 12 minutes of music, we are going to chop down that 12 minute instrumental and make it 6 minutes, because the first 6 minutes, in terms of the first 3 minutes of your music track, is going to be the first half of your instrumental, and the other 6 minutes, in terms of the other 3 minutes, is going to be the second 3 minutes. So we're going to make 6 minutes from 12 minutes of instrumentals, so that we can combine a track that we never have to repeat. I understand? Now, every single day, if you have vocals, for example, when you repeat your vocals, I realize you never repeat your vocals. What you do is understand that for the first 6 minutes, one half of your track is going to play, but then in the second half, you're going to put new vocals there, and then we're going to make sure every single day that from that point on, we're going to create something different, where we're going to understand either way, it's going to be a different half of the track. We're going to show instrumental, then the vocal track, then the instrumental, then the vocal track, continuous. Understand? So what happens is we're going to make people listen to the instrumental version first, and then our vocal track with that instrumental. And I realize that's what I'm saying. But what we're going to do in the second half of the Nice Beautiful track is we're going to make up different vocals that is never going to be repetitive. If I put vocals in the first 6 minutes, that's a certain vocal with lyrics. I never repeat those vocals in the second half. I make new vocals totally. And now we have 12 minutes of music. You understand? So what I do is understand that if you want a great music track with vocals, you have to show the instrumental first and then the vocal. Because if you only ever show the vocal version, how about the instrumental version? The instrumental version counts with the vocal. Most people go around just showing the vocal track. Never ever just show the vocal track, because people want to understand the instrumental track. People want to understand the instrumental track behind it. Many people go around just posting vocal tracks, but then the actual instrumental is in the back of the melody in terms of the vocal. If I'm singing to a vocal track in terms of a instrumental track, all you hear is my voice and some background noise. You're giving me more attention to the vocals than you are to the actual track in the background. I realize now I can take away all that and I can make it better by showing you the instrumental first and then I sing it. Doesn't that ring a bell? Isn't that much better for you? Of course it is. So what you have to understand is if you make a 3-minute instrumental track, make sure you make a vocal track that's the next 3 minutes. So extend it to 6 minutes. Operational though, if you want to make a 12-minute track, you then copy and paste that into the next one and make another melody and make that your 6 minutes. Understand? And then make another vocal. Understand? So what you do is you have instrumental and then vocal track from that from that soundtrack, and then copy and paste that. And now we have 12 minutes. But then we add in the second half of the 6 minutes, we add another melody and another vocal. We extend it. You understand? We extend the vocal into more lyrics. In a sense, so that's what I mean. Right now, that is how to make a nice, beautiful 12-minute vocal track. But then understand either way that if you want to create a mini mix, for example, and you want to make soundtracks that are mini mix, go 12 minutes into 3 minutes. Take out the best parts of the 12-minute track and put it into the first 3 minutes. That's it. And then take snippets of vocals from those tracks in the exact same order that you have it in, that you have those vocals in, and place it in the 3-minute track. Understand? Watch now, if your vocal is hitting on the same beat of this nice beautiful melody, your nice beautiful, let's say, mini mix also has to have that nice beautiful sequence as well. Understand? It all has to be the same, but just a smaller version. Understand? Approach now, if you're trying to, let's say, make a long mix with yourself, approach now, what's important is I teach everything. Approach now, every single day, it relates to everything. Approach now, every single day, that the 1 hour set that you make can be a chill mix. You can put sound effects in it. You can do whatever you want. But this is a muck around track. Muck around for 1 hour, making one melody composition for 1 hour. If you start a track, do it for 1 hour. Do that nice beautiful track and make it 1 hour long in the process. And then in between, we're going to automate and we're going to do some sound effects. We're going to try something we've never done before. We're going to change up the sound. And then from that 1 hour track, we're going to make the 12-minute instrumental track. And then from the 12-minute instrumental track, we're going to make a 3-minute track. And that's how we do it. For now, every single day, that no matter what, that when you see DJs, for example, and they go on the stage, Roshi, now what happens at festivals is that people go and mini mix their music. So everything that they make in terms of life goes into a 3 minute mini mix, and it's just small mini mixes that they're playing at the festivals because they want to fit as much as possible into the music. I understand. So there's no point playing one track that's 30 minutes long at a festival. I mean, make that 30-minute track 1 minute track at the festival. Like I said, because you're going to fit 200 songs in that space of time. Instead of just playing one track, you're going to play 200 tracks that you love. I mean, so that's the whole point. So every single day, if you go to a festival, I'm always loving I. But what's amazing is focus upon understanding that people play mini mixes only at the festivals. I mean, mini mixes of everything. So if you want to start, if you want to start music production today and a podcast of your own, and you want to be a music producer, first of all, you have to get yourself a DJ deck also, and then also get yourself FL Studio or Ableton or Pro Logic, and also Cubase and Audacity. You can, go and understand that you can do anything. Understand that you must start somewhere. I use FL Studio. Armin van Buuren uses Pro Logic, and Dead Mouse uses Ableton. What do you want? In a sense, so Martin Garrix uses FL Studio like I do. In a sense, but every single day, focus on understanding that what's important about music composition and also melodies and anything to do with music soundtracks is the vocal and also the melody composition. In a sense, so when we're looking at the vocal and melody composition, we want to make a clean track. We want to have something of sound quality where we can go in rhythm with the track of the beat. So what you do is you make the melody around the rhythm. First understand that if you make a rhythm with a melody, then the kick is never going to hit where the melody is. Understand? Now, where do you place the vocals? Now, when you're placing the vocals, you place it anywhere in the track. Understand? Because that's how it goes. But what's amazing is understand from the rhythm of your music. That's how we get the fast trance music. That's a rhythm. There's a rhythm in. Understand? So, guess what? What's happening in between is the melodies all going everywhere, but there's a rhythm in that. Because if it's out of rhythm, it sounds like crap. Understand? So if you're making melodies, you do it in the first 4 kicks. There's 1 kick and 2 kicks and 3 kicks and 4 kicks. That's how I make my melodies. How do I do it? I look at my nice beautiful FL Studio. I put the first rhythm. I say dun 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 dun. That's my rhythm. But then here, I go 1 tone up and say da 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 da. Now it's going to sound like da 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 and da 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 playing at the same time. Understand? And then I add another layer, and I go da 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 da. Understand? So that's another layer. So it's all hitting at the same time. But then I go another layer at the top of that, and I go da 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 da. And then that's my 4th layer, and then the 5th layer from that point is da 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 da. Understand? So that's my 5th layer, and then I make 7 layers. Understand? Of rhythms. I make 7 little melodies like that. Just little melodies, and then what happens is I extend it. I extend it totally, and I make a 1 hour track with that. I make a 1 hour track with just that rhythm, and I combine as many frequencies as I can in my music tracks. I put as many sound effects as I can in my music. I put as many sound effects as I can in my music track to see exactly how to do my sound. I make sure I use Maximus. I use every single plugin. I use distortion. I use white noise. I use this one here. I put this snare like this, and I put a frequency like this. I pitch my ratios like this. I transpose this way. I want to see exactly what can I do with these sounds. I want to make it 1 hour. Then I want to understand. I want to slow it down totally. I want to slow this down. I want to make it just nice, beautiful kick, and let's do just a chill beat for a bit, and then we're going to speed it up. In a sense, so as soon as I make that 1 hour set, I've learned so much in the process of doing that. And then I say, hey, since I've made this track for 1 hour, I never will do this and this and this and this again. I love that. I never will do this, this and this and this again in my music because I see it never works. Because why? Because I made a 1 hour track telling me why. If you make a 3-minute track, it's the same thing, but what's the difference? What's the difference? 1 hour track is much better to make than a 3-minute one. So if you're working on a 1 hour track, you're working longer and you're learning much more than somebody who's working on a 3-minute track only. So I realized, so what happens from people who are making 3-minute tracks? in music is every single time, they make a 3 minute track, but they never understand how to make a 12 minute track. Once I make a 1 hour track, I understand how to make a 12 minute track. They never understand how to make a 12 minute track. They've never made a 6 minute track. You understand? There's a big difference. So when you're making music production and quality about anything, go long and produce long tracks. I went 10 hours. I produced 10-hour music. I went to see how a 10-hour music play is going to be. Guess what? I extend this track so long that I remember myself walking around Cliffs Harbour, and guess what happens? I'm like, this melody has been hitting for the past 20 minutes. Without change. Do you understand that? Imagine one beat one beat going on and on for 20 minutes without changing. I say, what am I going to do if this beat is hitting at the same time without changing much for 20 minutes? What am I going to do? Like this for 20 minutes? No way. Imagine you say that's all we listen to for 20 minutes. Where is the crowd going? The crowd's going elsewhere, man. The crowd's going over there because over there at least the music's changing. Do you understand? But what happens is if you just listen to this one sound that's such such a beautiful sound, and you listen to it for 1 hour without change, you're going to understand that you're at a certain frequency, and it keeps you happy. I understand that, but the crowd wants something different. Every single day I need something different too. I feel it. I never want to go to a festival to play just one little sound for 1 hour. It never works. You understand? So that's why I went 10 hours. I went to make a 10-hour track, trying to make it big. I went to try to make it big. I want to create one 10-hour track and go to a festival and play just that. Roshi, it never works. Roshi, it does work. You can do it. You can do it. But guess what? It's a long day. 10 hours of just one track. It's a long day to listen to that. Understand? Now every single day. 10 hours of music. Imagine imagine you make a track or a soundtrack that's 10 hours long. Do you have do you have the time to listen to that every single day? There's no chance. There's no chance you can listen to that. You can listen to that. There's a chance you can listen to it, but 10 hours every single day, unfortunately. It's so long, isn't it? 10 hours of music that you made, which is one track. To listen to it every single day, unfortunately, it's too much to do. Understand? So yes, I respect it. I respect the long haul. I respect the long game here. But what's amazing is even if you just go and fast forward into the bits you want. As soon as you create new music, you just move on. As soon as you make something newer, you just move on from the old music you made. As soon as I make this video, I never watch it again. I just watch the images really quickly. So in my Samsung phone, I have a nice beautiful scroll bar here, and I go. My hands are all going this way, or else my head's all going this way really quickly. I just watch the images really quickly, and I just post it online, and I never rewatch it again because 1 hour of my life, I've already done the video. I may listen to a little bit of segments here and there. Maybe 10 seconds or 15 seconds here and there, just to listen to myself. But you understand? Every single day I'm always learning much more. Do you understand? Every single day I'm focusing on understanding that I'm always coming back to the I. But when I'm making music, I make sure every single day I'm teaching it all together. If you want to learn from me, you have to learn music production too. You have to learn who I am. You have to learn the key information about music production. I never care about you. I care about helping you learn. I care about making sure that you understand something. In a sense, so you have to be interesting in life. I love life. You have to be curious about what is music production and how do people make it. You have to understand to be curious about everything that I say, because it's information. In a sense, so be curious about information. Now every single day, focus on understanding that once I lift myself every single day, I'm always focusing on a better career. I'm always focusing on understanding that no matter what, that if you want to go DJing music, what you do is realize that the festivals are the best way to DJ. You have to understand that. Why is that? Because 50,000 people watching you. Understand? 50,000 people. And especially if you are making a 1 hour set around you, or an 8 hour or 10 hour set, such as Alvin Van Buren does. Romania, for example. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, I mean, it's very easy to get there, but you need some help from other people. I mean, go get their music and mix it in with yours. And now make mini mixes. I mean, if you make mini mixes, you play it at festivals. I mean, understand? And you only ever play it at festivals. But if you make nightclub mixes, I mean, just play your music. I mean, just play your music at nightclubs. I mean, it's so simple. I mean, how do you make your music at nightclubs? I mean, just make 1 hour music sets. I mean, I already said to you. I mean, from 1 hour, we extract 6 minutes of instrumentals per track. But we also extract 12 minutes of vocal tracks. I mean, we also export from that 1 hour, we get a 12 minutes vocal track. I mean, we get a 6 minute instrumental track, and then we get a 3 minute mini mix from that track. And we get the 1 hour set. But the 1 hour set is what we play at the nightclub. I mean, it's a long one. I mean, it's a long set. I understand? But guess what? I mean, you never have to do that. I mean, it's something that I do because it's my music. But I understand either way. You can get other people's music and mix it in with your 6 minute track, and I mean, fill in the rest of the mix with other people's music. I mean, do you understand why I make 1 hour set music? I mean, I get to play the full hour of my music. I mean, if you just grab the 6 minute or 12 minute instrumental in terms of the 12 minute vocal, I mean, then play your 12 minute vocal, but get other people's music now. I mean, just play one of your songs, then mixing it in with other people's music in the set. I mean, what's more exciting? I mean, is it more exciting for you to make a 1 hour music track to play 1 hour of your music at the nightclub? That's an extension of your music. Or do you just go and play 12 minutes and then go and get David Guetta and get Armin van Buuren and get all these other people and just mix it in with you? I mean, what would you rather do? I mean, I'd rather go and make 1 hour music and then convert 1 hour into 12 minutes and 12 minutes into 6 minutes and 6 minutes into 3 minutes and make that one EP, and then go and do another one and another one and another one. And then by the time I have 10 EPs, I combine all my 6 minute instrumentals together, and now I play that at my nightclubs. I play 10 minutes or 6 minutes of each different track that I made in just instrumental music. I mean, understand? But along the way, I made, in every single week, I made 1 hour of music tracks in different formats. That's an extension form. But the same thing. I mean, the same thing, but just an extension. I mean, I extend it. Like something's happening, but yes, something's happening. I mean, different aspects of life is happening in my music tracks. I'm always different. I'm composing it differently, I mean, understand? But what's amazing is the sound. I mean, understand? So when you create a sound that really works and you play it for 1 hour, for sure people are uplifting about it. So that's the whole point. I mean, in a sense, so you can create 1 hour sets. I mean, 1 hour music tracks, and then convert a 3 minute file or 6 minute file or 12 minute file from that, and then play it at festivals and play it in your other sets somewhere. I mean, in a sense, so that's what I do. I mean, now if people, I mean, if you want to do business with me, and if you want to remix my tracks, you can do it. But I need you to understand to ask first. I need you to understand that I never just give my tracks to anybody. I mean, why? I mean, guess what? I mean, if you ask me to remix my track, I mean, guess what? I give it to you for free already. I mean, just go on my Mega Drive and go and find the track you want, and go and download the files right now. I mean, understand? But if I never reply to you, I mean, that's different. I mean, go ahead, remix all my stuff. I mean, go get my projects. I mean, go get my music files. I mean, go get my courses. I mean, go get all my mixes. I mean, go and play in your music. I give you permission. I mean, go make a remix on my track and put it into your music. I never care about your money. That's it. I mean, go and file a nice, beautiful way of getting the Mega Drive application and download it and sign up with my link, and then understand either way it's going to take you to my beautiful music university, and then go and check out every single playlist I have. I mean, in a sense, no matter what, I mean, that's different. But if I go up to somebody personally to ask them, well, actually now it's more that because I ask them for something, I have to go and do it the way they do it. But if somebody asks me, approach, if you're famous and with me at a DJ festival and you want to remix, and you want to create a track with me, I mean, let's say you want to create a track with me personally. and you're in front of my face asking me. Whereas now I say, hey, I mean, you have to be in it for the long run. I mean, you have to create a 1 hour soundtrack with me. I mean, 1 hour. I mean, we're going to create a 1 hour soundtrack together. I mean, are you keen for that? I mean, it's 1 hour though. I understand? I mean, it's a 1 hour track. I need to sit with you to make a 1 hour track. And we're going to compose something together. I understand? I mean, it's going to be a 1 hour long track. I mean, never a 3 minute track, man. I understand, because most people are DJs, where in terms of most people who are DJs are going around, and guess what's happening? I mean, you must understand, they are DJing and remixing other people's tracks and working with other DJs, basing it on a 6 minute track and a 3 minute track. I mean, big deal. I say with me, you're going to work for 1 hour track. I mean, we're going to work on 1 hour tracks. And then I need you to sing with me for 12 minutes in the track. I mean, are you ready for that? I mean, are you ready to sing with me? I mean, are you ready to make a big banger? I mean, are you ready? Are you ready to make the best version of your life happen? I mean, you have to sing with me. I mean, are you preparing yourself for that? I mean, and then we're going to create a mini mix and an instrumental from that. I understand, although, that it may take 6 months to work on the track. I mean, understand? I mean, you may be so busy with your life to sit with me, but we have to sit together to do it. I want you to be with me, but we're going to do it in 1 day. I understand? I mean, we're going to do it in 1 day. I mean, guess what? I mean, I realize it may take a week. I mean, it may take a week, depending on how it is. I mean, it may take 6 months. I mean, how busy are you? I mean, understand? So that's the thing. I mean, are you willing to sing with me? I mean, if you're never willing to sing with me, I will sing then. I will take charge of the track. I will be better than you in the track. I do better than you straight away. I'm preparing myself all the time. I mean, you want to do the instrumental with me? I mean, you can do the instrumental with me, man. I sing over the track. I mean, people are gonna hear my voice. I mean, that's it. I mean, you never want to sing? I mean, you never have to sing, man. I mean, you never have to sing. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's how it is. Personally, that's how I do my music. I mean, otherwise, I mean, who did the instrumental? I mean, Danny did that. I mean, who's the singer? I mean, Danny. I mean, who's the other partner? I mean, the other guy. I mean, where is he? I mean, he's just doing the instrumental with the Danny. I mean, who's the better artist over here? I mean, Danny, because he's singing, man. I mean, in a sense, so either way, I mean, you have to step up with me. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, no matter what. And then, if you understand that if you ever want to call me to play my track with me, which is the one we made, or actually, if you're singing with me, I want you to sing live with me on the stage while we do it. I mean, that's how it is. Otherwise, you can be on the podium while I sing it. I'm a bigger star than you. I'm singing in front of the crowd, man. When you're just in the podium in the back of me. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, focus on understanding that's how I do the game. I mean, that's how I do it. I mean, if you want to go and create the best tracks possible and you want to do something amazing with yourself daily, you have to focus on planning it. I'm planning everything first. I'm planning my life ahead. I'm planning where am I going around the world and why and which are the reasons why, for 100,000 reasons I've put down on my list of reasons on why I have to travel. I have to travel this place. I put 1,000 reasons for everything and more. I mean, in a sense, every single day I'm focusing on how to plan my track and what do I put in my next tracks. I mean, how do I do this and how do they do that? I mean, you must understand that DJs go around mixing tracks. And now what happens is you can go and mix your track prior to the actual events. So you make a 1 hour set and then it's just going to go into the next track really quickly without you having to press any buttons. Understand? So that's what I do. I do that personally. I mean, if you do it live, I mean, you may make a mistake or here and there, but guess what? I mean, do it live. I mean, do it live, but guess what happens? I mean, it's just different. I mean, you understand? I'd rather prepare myself beforehand. I'd rather just do it with the computer. Understand? I'd rather just do it with the computer because what I want to do is in the middle of my 3-minute mixes, I want to be able to DJ really quickly here and there. I mean, boom, 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 boom. I mean, understand? I'm going to put a little frequency here, and then guess what? I mean, we're going to the next track now. Understand? I mean, it's that quick. I love that. I want to show though, you never ever try to DJ the vocal track. I mean, now with the vocal track, we have to mix it. I mean, how do you mix a vocal track? I mean, never touch it. Never touch it. And then all we do is we shapeshift it just before the track goes into the next track. I mean, what we do is we pause it and we do a little bit of DJing, and then guess what? I mean, we just flip the track into the next. We flip the track into the next track, and then what you do is you press some buttons for the track to go and repeat itself, and then we're going into that track. Watch, that's it. Understand? Watch now. If you want to stop the track right now because the crowd is boring. I mean, let's say they're bored of you. I mean, let's say that the crowd is getting boring in terms of the crowd is getting in fatigue or they want to leave or something like that. I mean, stop what you're doing. I mean, press a few buttons and say, DJ it and then flip the switch and go into another track right away. I mean, you understand? I mean, it's so simple. I mean, make sure you understand that the crowd has to be watching you really clearly. I mean, if they're about to fall asleep on your DJ set, I mean, sweep the track. Change the track really quickly. I mean, so you have to understand that. I mean, never try to do anything else other than do a better performance. I mean, since every single day, focus on understanding that if something happens with your DJ set while you're playing at a festival and it switches off, for example, I mean, guess what happens? I mean, just be into yourself and understand to get the microphone and talk to the crowd and say, I love you guys. I understand either way that we have a technical issue. I need somebody over here to come and fix it. I love that. Whereas now, every single day, I'm always focusing on understanding that now, since I've taught you the basic fundamentals of making a music track, which is make a 1 hour track and then post it into 12 minutes and 6 minute and then 3 minute track and then sing it and then ask for yourself to understand either way. If you want to go and remix other people's tracks, I mean, go and ask them and give them money to do that. I mean, give them money to remix their tracks and also ask them by giving them money also to be in their group. And that's it. Now, that's the only best selling point. Now, if you understand every single day, I focus on always developing my heart. I'm focusing all the time, every single day, to focus on giving you the information you need to succeed. So I understand this is my video. I mean, this is how my video looks. I mean, this is a hostel, and I understand that what's important about a hostel is you have to experience it sometimes, and you have to understand every single day that I'm always focusing on a greater life for myself. So I understand that every single day I have plenty of time to be able to make podcasting and music production now over the next 72 years. So what I do now is my life coaching, because my life coaching is something skyrocketing right now. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is understand that my life coaching is going to teach you much more than anything else. I mean, my life coaching will teach you far more than my music production will. I mean, you understand? Well, actually, that's how much value life coaching is. I mean, life coaching is so much value because Jesus Christ solely does life coaching. I mean, you understand that? I've rushed now every single day, focus on understanding that when we're teaching people how to think, such as Brandon Burchard says, I mean, you have to understand every single day it's important to understand leadership and who you are every single day. But breaking up your conversational skills into the word I is how you speak. Now, when I speak to you and I look for ideas, I look for the ideas in the word I. I understand the only idea that I have to give you is my word I. Now, if somebody wants something else other than your word I, it's because they're fake to you. I mean, they have to understand that they want the real you. I mean, they want you to come out. I mean, they want to hear your voice. I mean, they want you to sing. I mean, they want to hear you and experience you. I mean, understand? I mean, that's how it is. But if you're always playing other people's music, other people and people are experiencing other people's music only. I mean, they're never experiencing you, are they? I mean, if you go to a DJ event and you're DJing for 3 hours, but you're just DJing other people's music, I mean, are you being authentic? I mean, you're never being authentic, mate. I mean, you're never being authentic because where's your music? I mean, you love music so much. I mean, why don't you even produce your own music? I mean, if you want to be a real music producer, I mean, learn how to make your own music. Why are you doing that? I mean, understand? So what you need to do is eventually just play your music at your sets. I mean, forget other people. I mean, at your podcasts, it's different. What you can do at your podcasts is you can play other people's music and your music. I mean, you can always do that. But if you just have your music to play, I mean, just play your music then. It's that simple, isn't it? It's so simple if you understand how to do it. Now, what is amazing about business and life is organizational skills. And it's being able to confront your demons and overcome your demons and overcome the world you live. I mean, when I say that, you're overcoming the nice, beautiful adversity you have, because the best challenges in life is that adversity you have. Now, if you have adversity in your life, I mean, great. I mean, guess what we're going to do? I mean, we're going to overcome it, because without a great life, I mean, there is no adversity. I mean, without adversity, there is no great life. I mean, understand? I mean, you need to go through adversity today to be able to experience what other people are experiencing, so that you understand life. Because without adversity, I mean, how do you experience adversity? I mean, understand? I mean, you need adversity to live life. I mean, you have to understand, every single baby in the planet is going through adversity right now. I mean, every single baby in the planet, I mean, their family has less than $10 a day. I mean, understand that. I mean, 80% of the world has $10 in their pocket only. I mean, understand? I mean, $10. I mean, 80% of the world has less than $10 a day in their pockets. I mean, imagine their babies. I mean, their babies are poor growing up, but they're poor. Guess what? I mean, they're really rich. I mean, they're rich to live this life. I promise you. I promise you, everybody's rich. I promise you, the wisdom you have is rich. But as we're growing up, are we going? I mean, we're going to go through phases. I mean, our parents have no money. I mean, this woman never wants us. I mean, that woman or man never wants to get with us. I mean, understand? I mean, that group never wants me in their group. I mean, that man over there is bullying me. I mean, that woman over there is chucking stuff at me. I mean, you understand? Because that's adversity. But how you deal with it is what is your authentic ability, and it's your leadership skills. So if they're chucking stuff at you, I mean, you just remove them from your life, and I mean, never kill them, but just go somewhere else and never show up to them in their face again. I mean, that's it. I mean, I went blocking people recently, and why is that? Because I never ever want them in my life. Or it's that simple. And why is that? Because I understand I'm moving on. I understand every single day that if you block people, I mean, just never block yourself. I mean, that's it. And every single day, focus on understanding that if somebody is really, really disrupting you in life, I mean, block them on Facebook. I mean, nobody is disrupting I. I never, ever am disrupting my word I. I'm understanding, although I just want to move on from some people, I just never want them in my life. It's so simple. Or either way, I understand that what's important is I save time like that, because when you're sending people messages and all that, I love everybody. I have nothing against anybody, but we're honestly just moving on. I mean, understand? I mean, when you understand, when some people, when you're sending them messages and they're never really your true friend, I mean, that's what I mean. I mean, just block them and let's just go and move somewhere else. I mean, when somebody's never your true friend, I mean, block them. I mean, it's so simple. I mean, they have nothing to give you. I mean, understand? I mean, they have nothing to give you. I mean, that's how simple it is. I mean, just move on and let's have a better life. Right now, every single day, focus upon understanding that when I go and do that, I understand that Jesus Christ never blocks anybody from their life. I'm never blocking them from my life. I'm blocking them from the internet with myself. I'm blocking them like, I mean, you have to understand, although that Jesus Christ never does that. Right now, every single day, I understand that every single day for myself, I'd rather do it because I understand I have a greater life anyway. I mean, Jesus Christ has a greater life anyway. I understand that what's important is that's just the way I am. Right now, anyway, I mean, let's just move on now. Right now, that's it. Right now, every single day, that if something happens, I understand that no matter what, I'm always growing, but I never did completely block them. I never did completely block them. I mean, they can still see me. But if you try to block people totally, is what I'm saying. I mean, then you're trying to kill them. That's how it is. If I try to completely block you from seeing me, that means there is no gateway for you to run into so that you can watch me. So what happens is I totally come for you. I totally come for you then to kill you. I mean, that's why Jesus Christ never blocks anybody. I mean, understand? I mean, never try to block people from your life. I mean, never try to deny them of you. That's what I'm saying. If you try to deny people of you, it's because what? I mean, it's because you're turning into a serial killer. It's that simple. Now, every single day, I'm actually learning this right now. Every single day, I'm focusing upon understanding that the best thing that you can do is consider never blocking people in any kind of manner. I mean, understand, because that way we're going to grow anyway. I understand either way that what's important is the information in this product. Now, when you have information products to give, just make sure you're learning in the process of everything. Now, if you're learning, I mean, make sure you understand that the best way you can live life is unblock people altogether. I mean, if you go and block somebody, I mean, go and unblock them, because sometimes I understand that contradiction is the way to go. Now, every single day, if you have contradiction in your life, I mean, now you can learn, because you're never wrong and you're never right. I mean, you're just trying to learn. But if you block your mum and dad, and you block it for 2 years, I mean, maybe you're going to understand that you're going to feel this passion for them and you're going to understand that they did help you, and either way that they are unaware. So then you unblock them, for example. But that's contradiction. Why do you block them and then you unblock them? But I realized that it's because of learning. You're still learning, aren't you? That's the whole point. You understand? If you block somebody, you learn from it. Learn from it every single day, and understand that no matter what, that we're always going to learn. I focus upon understanding that every single day I have always something to say because I have my word I. I have the word I, and that's what I'm always exposing. I'm exposing the word I. I never go outdoors when it's storming. I never go outdoors when it's raining. I stay indoors to learn and grow. I focus my life around life coaching, and I make sure every single day I go and do the most I can. I make sure I'm always reading something where I can. I make sure I'm always delivering better conduct in life. I make sure every single day I'm learning much more words. But now I want to learn some Spanish. I want to learn some French. I want to learn some German. I want to learn some other dialects because I understand my life. I understand I deserve it. I deserve to go and expand my mindset totally. I want to understand every single day that no matter what, that nobody can exceed I, except I. Approach now, everybody can exceed I. Approach now, our approach everything in life is just use the word I, is what I'm saying. Approach now every single day. I'm focusing on a beautiful passion now where I have a career of music production now, and it's just another career. You have to understand that. You have to understand how beautiful it is to be able to produce music for 6-7 years and then be able to make rhythms. You understand that? The whole time I was making rhythms, but no. Now we're making rhythms. Do you understand? That's what the achievement is. Being able to make a sound where finally, you understand? You understand that? That's how it is. That's how I focus upon. I understand that I did reach that nice, beautiful millennial every single time in my life, and in different segments. Whereas I did score a goal by doing a flying header for the first time ever. I've done something for the first time ever, and it's I feel good about that. Haven't you ever done something for the first time ever? How does it feel? It feels good to be able to go to that place now. Understand? When you're at that place, for example, it just feels great, doesn't it? When you finally left your parents' house. Doesn't that feel good now? Understand? Finally you have your own bedroom. Now you can invite a man or woman home. Understand? Now you can invite your friends home. Now you can invite other people, or now you can finally shake their hand. Now you can finally produce music. Understand? That's what it feels like. Now every single day, these videos that I make, finally. Every single day I make a video like this. Every single day I feel, just blessing in the skies, isn't it? When somebody's teaching you something. Now when I can go and learn a new language or new information products and I can go and give it daily. And when you look at my Instagram, for example, finally my fashion model. I saying that I was so fat before. I was so fat. You have to see my photos. Now, to be able to look at the difference between how I was and how I look now, you understand me. Every single day it's, finally. I love it. Now every single day, I understand that no matter what, I'm always growing. I'm always developing my life. I'm always making sure that I need to grow. I need to focus upon my life, but I understand everything in the world is I. Now, if you want anything from God, you understand the word I. That way, you have to understand that God is always talking through you. God is the word I. Now, the more you use the word I, the more you are God. Now, that's it. Now, every single day, I'm learning on making more videos, but now I'm producing much more quality videos because what happened recently, I understand that what's happening around the world is, let's say, for example, with the subtitles of videos and everything in terms of life. Guess what? Every single day, focus on never skipping information, but focus on giving information the best you can. And we're doing it all one step at a time with the I. So every single day, focus on understanding that now you no longer have to go creating subtitles in your YouTube videos. Because what happens is Samsung right now has a beautiful function where you can go on YouTube and let's say this video is talking, but I never even create subtitles on this video. But guess what? Your Samsung or your phones right now or your technology creates the actual subtitles for you. Do you understand? So what do? You have to understand that, let's say, for example, you're watching me on YouTube now. Go and toggle the live caption on button inside the Samsung and just turn it on. And then as soon as you watching, I promise you, as soon as you're watching any videos online, I promise you, it just pops up in your screen. I mean, it just pops up in your screen. So simple and simply to understand that subtitles are just made like that. I promise you, all you have to do is go to your phone now and press one button and press it on. I mean, there's a live caption button that says live caption, and type it into the search bar of your Samsung phones. And then what you do is search up live caption. I mean, turn it on. Turn it on, and then go on YouTube. And once you're listening to something, I mean, just live captions comes on. I mean, subtitles just comes on the video. I mean, I never even done that. I never even made those subtitles. I made a subtitle. I mean, this is all subtitles. I mean, understand? But I'm never consciously trying to put subtitles in my videos because it's too much time. I mean, imagine me having to write all these words down. I mean, understand? I mean, so much time for me to do even the video. I mean, I lose all motivation then. I mean, the phones do it for you. I mean, understand? So I make a video, and then I can watch my own video with subtitles. I never even create the subtitles. I mean, the phones create the subtitles. I mean, understand? I promise you. So this video is purposefully without subtitles. I never create the subtitles, but all I have to do is press one button in my Samsung phone or any phone, and guess what happens? I go on YouTube and I watch this same video, and subtitles just pops up into my phone. I mean, in a sense, so that's what I'm saying. Never again create subtitles for your videos because the phones already do it. I mean, you understand? Approach it's that simple to save time. Approach now every single day. That's amazing, isn't it? Because imagine how many deaf people there are in the planet, and now you must understand that people can actually go and do it. I mean, how? Because God can. God can do anything. I mean, understand? I mean, suddenly subtitles pop up in every single YouTube video in the planet. I mean, no matter who it is. I mean, a little baby is saying something with mama and tata. I mean, guess what? I mean, either way, you see the subtitles in the actual YouTube. I mean, understand? Because they never do it. I mean, understand? I mean, although you must understand every single day that some people do it. I mean, understand? So I'm never judging other than the word I. Now, what's amazing is that now, since I have a nice, beautiful phone and I have phones and technology, you have to understand that's how I do my business. I have a portable speaker right here. I mean, so I put my nice, beautiful selfie stick on top of the nice, beautiful way of, let's say, my nice, beautiful portrait over here. And understanding the way it's my beautiful, let's say, portable speaker, and then I focus upon understanding that. I just go and read, and I make sure every single day I'm moving on from conversation in terms of life where I can go and grow. But if you have a selfie stick that, let's say, is broken in a way of any kind or any type of technology you have that's broken, I mean, get yourself a new one. I mean, it's so simple, isn't it? Or should you just go to Big W or Kmart in Australia, or go to some local supermarket store or shopping mall in your area and get yourself a new selfie stick. Rushing that simple. Rushing out every single day. Focus on understanding to go and be in the areas where you have free Wi-Fi and where it's fast Wi-Fi. And then also go and upload new content. So now my videos are going to be 720 HD right now. And why is that? I mean, why did I go from 480 pixels to 780? I mean, why did I go from 480 pixels to 720 HD? Why didn't I go from 480 pixels to 1080 HD? I mean, why did I go to 720 HD over 1080 HD? Because I want to level up slowly. I want to be able to see how is it for me to upload videos online with 720 HD only. I mean, I never want to go uploading 5000K resolution videos because it takes 12 hours to upload 1 hour video. I understand. Now, I understand that with my 480 pixels, I upload it in less than 20 minutes. I upload 1 hour in less than 20 minutes. I rush now with 720 HD, or else it may take me up to 40 minutes, for example. You understand? So either way, I understand that it's a bit of more time, but I understand either way that it's much more greater quality. I understand, so I focus on making greater quality videos. Rush either way, it does take more time to go and upload everything, but I understand either way that it's worth it, because now what Samsung is doing is Samsung combines a 40-minute video with a 20-minute video into 1 hour now. So if you create, let's say a 90-minute video, I mean, what happened before? I mean, what was happening before was Samsung was going and cutting up your videos into 40-minute segments. So every time you go past the 40-minute segment, I mean, it makes 2 videos in your actual camera roll, but now they combine it together. I mean, now if you create 90 minutes of videos in one session, I mean, that's the session you see in one video in your Samsung. I mean, it's just one video. But before, if you create a 90-minute video, Samsung breaks up the video into 2 videos and says 45 minutes and then 45 minutes. But now it's just one video which is 90 minutes. That's how it is now. Either way, that's why what I was doing before is connecting my videos with YouCut, and I have a YouCut application which is YouCut. 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 Either way, it's like YouTube but YouCut. I connect the videos together with this application, and then what I do is I focus on designing systems around this application to do whatever I need with music podcasting, or let's say with video work. But then I go and I press 480 pixels and I downsize it to that point of view so that I can go and do better. So every single day, then I upload all my videos online with 480 pixels from that point. But now I never have to go through the YouCut process because my videos are ready together. So since my Samsung videos and YouTube videos that I create now, as I shoot a 1 hour video, it's just going to be 1 hour together. I never have to combine the videos together. So what I do is I just upload it right away. And by the time YouCut exports this video, that's another hour. YouCut takes 1 hour to even export the video. So I save 1 hour to upload an extra 1 hour. So it's the same thing, isn't it? So I may as well upgrade. Then. Because Samsung is upgrading, I have to upgrade too then. What's the point of wasting 1 hour when I never have to waste it in the first place? So that's the whole point. Because you have to understand that YouCut takes 1 hour to export a 720 HD video. You understand that? Either way, that if you export it to 480 pixels from 780, if you export it from 20, if you export this video and you export it from 7, I have to get this better. If you export this video from 720 HD to 480 pixels, it's 1 hour in duration with YouCut application with your phones, is what I'm saying. So either way, I'm using my phones because I'm an entrepreneur. I do everything with my phones, but music production goes with my laptop, and that's why I have a laptop. I have a laptop because I do music production only. Without music production, I never need a laptop. Do you understand? So every single day, I focus upon understanding that I only ever need a laptop when I'm doing music production, and I need a portable speaker because I'm doing music production, and that's it. I'm different. I understand, although, that what's important is now, since YouCut does export 1 hour of material per video of 1 hour, I make sure either way that it's around that amount. I realize it's around that amount that I said. Although what is important is understanding that every single day I'm always focusing on better language and I'm always focusing on better skills. But then either way, we're focusing on a better view over here. Now, either way, I never have to export 1 hour with YouCut, but I just upload it online. It may take me 1 hour extra to upload it online, but at least I'm saving that 1 hour exporting it with YouCut. Understand? So it's equal. It's equal amount of time. So I may as well upgrade to 720 HD in the process. That's all I'm saying. Every single day, try to elaborate to people and explain to them exactly what you're saying. That's it. As soon as you can do that, move on. Now every single day I focus on having a trolley for the rest of my life. And why is that? Because I understand for the rest of my life I have to walk to the store. No matter what, you have to walk to the store. You have to walk around life. Bring your trolley with you. Bring a trolley and portable speaker with you and pump music while you're at it. It's that simple. But then I understand either way, I carry my microphone around because I may do a public speaking gig around town somewhere for free. So either way, I understand that what's important is every single day I'm focusing on a better life. I'm focusing on delivering better conduct in terms of different aspects of life. I'm making sure either way that we're going to grow with the word I. I'm making sure every single day I'm focusing on delivering more content. I'm focusing on understanding that the more content you do, the better for you. So why am I much more popular than everybody else? Because I'm a music producer and a life coach and a singer and an actor and a dancer and a fighter. So now I never break legs unless somebody touches me, where they have to physically break me or something. I then may fight you. I understand that what's important is sometimes I'm very smart. I never fight you around the police. I mean, if there's a police officer, I mean, if there's police over there, I mean, if there's a police officer or police officers there in terms of over there around I somewhere, whereas now I never need to fight you because they just fight you. I understand. I mean, they fight you for me. I understand. So every single day, I focus upon understanding that I never want to fight. I never cause trouble. I make sure every single day I never hit women. I never hit anybody. You understand? I mean, you understand? So every single day I'm focusing on delivering better skills and I mean better classes of thinking and products of everything. So everything is the word I. Rushing from that point, I'm always growing. I'm always making sure I deliver the message and understand your word I, guys. I'm rushing. It's that simple. I promise you every single day. I promise you every single day. I'm delivering better everything. That's what you have to do. You just have to be able to understand how to speak with your word I. I mean, once you understand how to speak with the word I mean, then you understand every single day how to focus upon you and then love your life. That's it. Now, every single day, that if you go and focus upon a better life for yourself and you're focusing on better vocabulary skills with yourself, I love I. Now, every single day, you're going to learn with Google Translator everything you ever need about English and about everything in terms of Google. I mean, you understand? I mean, you can go on Google and you have so much information that you can go around and really learn anything you ever want. Because anybody who's learning anything in life is going to be much greater than those people who are never learning. I mean, in a sense, so every day focus upon understanding that no matter what, you're going to learn from people. I mean, you're going to dwell upon a better way of life. I mean, you're going to understand that the word I can lead you even more to the direction that you want. I mean, every single day focus upon understanding that now, since you have, now since you understand every single day that we're always creating much more in effect. I mean, you must understand that I only ever do 1 hour videos per segment because I understand that it is 5 gigabytes right now for me to upload, and I have to upload 10 gigabytes now with this video because I upload it to Mega Drive and then to YouTube. I understand because YouTube is something extra I do. I mean, I sense so every single day, no matter what, it's because that YouTube is popular. So I just go and post my nice, beautiful videos there for free. And either way, it's for free anyway on my Mega Drive. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. But make sure you have a great mindset and live your life much greater.